Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the 13th Dimension. And tonight we got a very special guest who is also a member of Things, Jacqueline Dixon.
Hiya, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, well, good. It's early morning here, 1 o'clock.
Well, thank you so much for staying up late to be a part of this show.
Bless you. It's all right. It's fine.
It's actually been a long time coming getting you onto this thing. I know we've been talking about it for a while and finally was able to make it happen.
Yeah. Cheers for that anyway. Be good. Thank you.
And tonight we are not going to be focusing on her paranormal journey. We're going to be focusing on something else. We're going to find out the person behind that. And what she does is unique, at least for me, because I don't really know anybody else who does this. But she does a lot of theater work, and I'm very interested in hearing some stories from her theater work.
Yeah. So basically, I kind of like drama at school. After that, I joined a few groups, but for the last 10 years, I've been with the same group. And every year, December time, we do a pantomime, which is basically, it's aimed at children, but the words are like, they have double meanings, basically.
Mhm.
So the children find it funny from their point of view, but then these sort of meanings for the adults, sort of rude meanings for the adults, what the children don't get. So yeah, I don't think you have pantos out there, do you? As such.
We have some out here. The ones that really come to mind are it would be in New York City when they have Broadway, all the shows on Broadway.
Yeah.
But really, other than that, I'm not familiar with too many except for a show here and there. But I know they're around. I'm just not very familiar with them.
Yeah, it's kind of a UK tradition. Always as like kids, you go and see a panto at Christmas. You get men dressed as women, women dressed as men, a lot of jokes, things like that, and yeah, it is entertaining, and you get the audience participating as well.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Yeah, so they heckle you sort of say things back to them, and they sort of join in. It's great.
Wow.
So,
So,
the group have been doing it a while, so you get the regular people who come along. So,
do,
I played the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. So there's about 3 or 4 people on the front row, and they're just giving me loads of like grief all the way through. It's just so funny, and it's just like throwing something back at them, and we're just chatting, and it's brilliant. They were booing me and hissing at me and stuff like that. It's just all part of it. It's great.
having mentioned Wizard of Oz, here's that one of those pictures that you sent me.
Yeah, that's me in the purple dress at the back with the big hat.
This one right here.
Yeah, so I was the wicked witch there. So I
And
used
of
to
course,
come
you guys
on and
have Elvis in here too.
yeah. So you got all the characters there as well. So yeah, it was just brilliant, and we've lost a few people since then, but we've still got a lot of those still in the cast now. So we're about to do a play next week. It starts on Wednesday, and we're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, and 2 performances on Saturday. Trying to do a full-time job at the same time. It's a bit difficult, but hey-ho, so good.
That's a lot, but that's dedication, though.
Yeah, well, we first got the auditions maybe June, July time. So we got given the part about June, July. And we've been having a rehearsal like once a week, but now, it's got to like twice, 3 times a week. And then obviously from now on, Sunday through till Tuesday, we'll have rehearsals, tech rehearsal, dress rehearsal and everything. And then with the main performance on the Wednesday.
Okay.
So hopefully by then I'll know all my lines. I've got my script here. There it is. Space
Wow.
Wars. May the force be with you. So yeah, it's mix of all like the space characters from space, Star Wars, Star Trek. I'm playing a character called Smock. So there's my hair.
Oh my.
Yeah, and I've got the ears as well there and there to match. So yeah, it should be good. So
I'm looking for a picture. See, I don't think you sent me a picture
oh
of
no,
this one. Not,
you haven't got one of that yet. No, I tried it on the other day and everyone was just laughing at me. So it's the first rehearsal with my like wig and my ears on, and like everyone was just like, it just sort of was in the rehearsal room and straight away everyone was just laughing at me.
are you able to do the hand sign?
Oh, forgot about that. I can, yeah. Yeah, I can. Oh, cheers, I'll do that. I forgot about that one. Yeah, so I'm going to build that into the play now. Yeah, I'm making sure I do that. Thing is, I've damaged my hands, so see if we can do that. But yeah,
I want to
that's
say
it.
hello to everybody out there. Tom, other Tom, Philip. Philip's the one that's showing up as Facebook users. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, Philip, you're showing up as Facebook user.
Uh,
Uh, so when you do these shows, how long on average do you run them?
we only do it like from the Wednesday through to Saturday, so just under a week really. So it's a lot of effort, and then within a few days it's all over, and then
Yeah.
you're kind of lost and you don't know what you're doing anymore. Because you get with your friends. You get to know these people.
Hmm.
You're doing all this time with rehearsals. You have laughs. After every rehearsal, I go to the pub, and a few people go to the pub. They become family. Spent New Year's Eve with some. I went to go to parties. We go out. We go on holidays, and yeah, and it is really like having a family after a while. It's great because I haven't got much of a family myself. I've only got a sister, a husband, and my nephew, and that's my actual family. Which is like, but I've got like the paranormal family as well, and then I've got my theatre family. So you have got some really good friends.
And I would imagine that a lot of the same people are all in the same place, right?
No, I don't mix theatre and para. Like you don't get much between the two. So I've got paranormal friends and I get theatre friends. There's only one person from theatre who actually goes and does the para side of things.
No, I'm talking about in these shows. A lot of the same people are in the same shows
Oh
later
yeah,
on.
that's it. We haven't got many members of the group anymore. We've got about 20 in total now. When I first started, the loads, and you couldn't really fill the part. That most people there weren't that many like lead roles, and then a lot of people would be in the chorus. But now we can't even sort of cover a chorus much because we don't have that many people. And trying to get front of house, trying to get somebody to do the lighting, the set, and everything else, and it's difficult now. Don't know if it's down to COVID or what it is. People don't seem to go out in the same way that we used to before. I don't know how to get people to come along. We do try, and we go to care residential homes.
Yeah.
So there's one we go to. Last year we put on a little show. So we took the pantomime, we made it a lot smaller, and just went into this home, and people have got Alzheimer's and things, and it was colourful, singing, and people just joined in. I don't know if it made sense to anyone really, but it's just a bit of entertainment, and we look forward to it. And we're going to do that again this year. We do bits in the community as well. There's an opening of a new venue. It's a church, which then became sort of an arts venue. So we're invited to go there to pose for publicity shots. They sometimes do a local event in a park, and we've taken part in that, just doing little plays, really, walking around and doing a bit of a script, or so we do different things. But a lot of the group do like the panto. That's the main thing, really.
Yeah. Do you ever take these shows on the road? Like go to different places?
We don't know. We wouldn't have the funding to do that. They did do Allo Allo once, which was sort of comedy. It was a TV show in the UK, and they
Okay.
actually took it overseas, I think, to Holland or something at
Oh,
one stage. But yeah, they did go abroad once, but generally no. It's not easy. And yeah, we haven't really got the funds to do that, which is a shame.
now when you guys are preparing for your shows, along with the rehearsals and everything, are you guys also the ones who put together the set?
Yeah, we have to do everything. So for the last few weekends, we've had to go down on a Saturday or Sunday, painting the set. We've got a guy who's a good carpenter, so he's been like doing that. He's also our light guy, the guy who does lights. I think he joined the group when he was about 14. So he just used to come along because he was interested in the lights and that side, this stage management sort of thing. And he's grown up now. He's about 23-ish. So yeah, and now he's like nearly a stage manager. He's doing the lights. He's doing a lot of set. He's cutting the wood and everything. Yeah. So yeah, everything we do, we like design ourselves. We do the publicity ourselves, design the posters, everything. The script, though, we have to find a script. So this particular one, there's a company, Limelight Scripts. We've used a few of theirs before. So,
Yeah.
it's hard choosing a script. Nowadays, you don't get many men in the group. So trying to get something where you don't need many male characters. So that's a problem as well. So you've got to sort of choose a play around the people you have as well. And it's just getting tighter and tighter, really, which is a shame.
And let me guess, when everything happened, was that when they started dropping off from doing the shows?
Yeah, it was 2020 where, we kind of missed a year. I think we're just about getting. We'd chosen a play, and we'd cast it in the February time, but then that was it, really.
Yeah.
And it was really too late. Can't remember if we got one out that December or not. You forget the timelines of everything, don't you? But yeah, but it was, it's all different time, wasn't it? And we did lose people. And then people, like anything, people join for a certain amount of time. You might get them 1-2 plays. And then there's some who seem to be there for ages. People come and go, and then you've just got a core of people who are there. But then that core, they move out. Some have moved down to Cornwall, or they just moved to different places, or through health have finished. And it's a shame. It just sort of, we have got less cast members now.
And you've been doing this since you were in school, right?
I did a school play. I've been in a few groups since then, but I've been with this group for 10 years. So the other groups, they did farces like Alan Ayckbourn, Agatha Christie type things.
Hmm.
So they were, I prefer the pantos, put it that way. They're more fun.
Okay.
I love the audience reactions. The children as well. Like when I played the Wicked Witch, at the end of it, we went into the audience, and this little girl came up to me and she says, "Oh, you're really good, you are." And then others would just boo me, like everyone else hates the witch. That's what happens with panto, isn't it? You got good characters, you've got bad characters. If
Yep.
there seems to be a bad character, you just boo them. And it was brilliant. I loved it. So I mentioned like these people right on the front row who were just giving me grief all the time. It's just so funny, just booing me every time I came on stage and shouting things out. It's just brilliant.
And
And
I,
then you
and
just
I bet that it just blows the roof off when they get doused in water at the end of the show, don't you?
it does yeah, well, originally I was due to just go into a cupboard and just do the last dying in the cupboard, but well, the producer was ill, so I decided to die on stage and just like go around a few circles and then just collapse dramatically, and yeah, so that's better. So we changed it. Then she came back, and by then we changed it. So yeah.
Now, in your plays, is it just a regular play, or do do you guys also have songs that you sing? And are there any of
Oh
them?
gosh, yeah. Yeah, they have songs and dances. So we we're not yeah, well, we're not really brilliant singers. We can hold a tune, you know. We have fun. The audience enjoy it. We're not West End, you know.
And that's the important thing, as long as the audience is enjoying it.
Well, that's right. Like the tickets are £9, which is maybe cheaper. £30 for family ticket for four people. So
That's
and
actually not bad at all. That's a very
well,
good price.
yeah, that's it. Nowadays, £30 or what is it, about $50, $60? I don't know. Don't know what the exchange rate is now, but
Something
yeah,
like that. Yeah, just to go to a show of any kind over here, it's almost like you got to hand them your whole paycheck now.
yeah. So
Seems like.
yeah, we enjoy it, and also we've got a lot of chemistry between us. So
That's
if somebody forgets a line, then we take the mickey out of them on stage. It's all good, And I think the audience kind of wait for things like that to happen. They wait for things to go wrong.
Mhm.
There's one girl who sort of falls over a lot on stage. Shouldn't do, but does. It's quite funny. So last year I was waiting to come on stage, so I was playing a knight. There's a picture of it. I've got a grey hood, I think, and that orange wig.
Let's see here.
So I was playing a character called Circumference. So
Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and share the screen and just go to.
yeah, so that's where we put the play on. So it's school, but you've got right in the back corner. You've got the lighting box, so sort out all the stage from there, the sound effects and everything. So
Okay.
they can see what's going off up there. That's from the stage view.
It looks like you got a little concession stand right here too.
No, we have refreshments right near the door anyway, just outside of there. So that's like a little auditorium. That's us. We go camping together. So that was just us messing about in a friend's post. Gosh, that's nearly 10 years ago. That, but
Oh,
yeah, yeah, Wizard of Oz. That was the Witches. Oh gosh, yeah. So we also do a lot of fancy dress as well, and we were invited to act in a Halloween maze. Recognise the outfit now. So that was good, and obviously you see The girl in the night dress with yeah.
Which one is you?
The one with the black dress near the skeleton, right near the middle, black hair. Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes when people do their makeup so well, you can't tell who they are.
Yeah, so that's me. It was a murder mystery, that was. So I was somebody's wife in there, and I was actually the person who did the murder. So it's just like an Agatha Christie. You did the murder, and it was me, basically. So right at the end, they found the reason, and that's you. So yeah, that's cool. So that's when we went to the local park. So we just dressed up in sort of, I think it might have, no, it wasn't 1940s. I can't remember which the occasion, but yeah.
This guy here makes me think of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, we sort of, yeah, he kind of dressed in that sort of, can't remember what that one was about, but yeah, there's a theme on at the park, and then I think it might have been the war or something, to be fair. But yeah, it's not quite that. But we just raided the costume cupboard and just wore whatever, really.
Okay. So do you do 2 shows a year or just one?
We do try and do two, but with the issue, and we should have done a show in June, but we found we had to move our storage facility. So we've got like accumulation of sets, costumes, and everything from when the group started, and all of a sudden we were 2 weeks' notice to get out and find somewhere else to go. So we didn't get to do a June show because of that.
Okay.
So that then gave us longer to get ready for the pantomime. So yeah, that was the play. It's called The Acts of Murder, that was. And it's a very difficult play to do because there's one character and she kept saying it's getting stronger. Now, the thing is, when you're doing a play, you have a line, and that line sort of brings on to the next one. So when she says it's getting stronger, well, which one is it? What line do you say to go with that? Because when, like this particular one now, I keep saying it's logical. So if you get the wrong it's logical and you come out with the wrong line, it throws it off a bit, doesn't it?
It would, I'm sure.
Yeah. So we actually we used to perform in a pub. So the pub actually had a great big marquee in the garden, and they actually got a stage and lighting as well for it. And
Yeah.
then we ended up doing 2 Halloween mazes, acting in a Halloween maze, which was awesome. So people would like pay to go around this maze. And the first year, it was a marquee and it had a great big full-size tree in it, right in the centre. Then
Yeah.
it had little rooms off it. And they just go in, it's little theme rooms. So the first room I was in, I was the Exorcist girl. So I was lying on the bed in the the night dress with the mushy peas down the front, green marks. You don't even know what mushy peas are, do
This
you?
huh?
You don't know what mushy peas are.
No, I don't.
But it's a weird food thing in the UK. It's peas, but they're kind of well, you can't really sell them well. They're just sort of soaked and they're dried and then soaked and like liquid basically.
I know that you have some things that we don't, and we have some things that you don't. And
Yeah,
then there are also things where we have the same thing, but we each call them different.
yeah, that's it. So yeah, I was wearing a nightie and people would just walk in and then I'd just swear at them. And then one girl came in and she just like legged it straight away. She didn't make the maze. So she just came in the first room, got that like stressed about it. She left, which is brilliant. That was the result. So that's what the maze is about, isn't it? To scare people.
What I'm finding funny is looking at your facial expression, and here you are with an axe in your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's in trouble there.
Yeah, but I did it. I was the one. Yeah. Oh, so that's one of my favourite ever parts. So
This one looks fun.
yeah, now it was I think it's Scrooge. So you know the Christmas Carol story with Ebenezer Scrooge and all that?
Love that story.
So like it was set like sort of Charles Dickens, that sort of era. And then there are these two characters which were Cadget and Beggit. So we were the comedy characters.
Okay.
And Marilyn was really quite petite and I'm not. So it was quite funny. And there's one time we like put up Christmas decorations and it was great. You know, everyone was just like laughing at us all along. And you just walk on stage and you get the cheering when you arrived and things. I played a lot of different characters. It's great.
She looks like she's about ready to take her hat and smack you with it.
Yeah, well, I did keep like pushing her. Yeah, it, it
We
can it can get physical.
Oh, I'm sure. We got a
Yeah.
question here from Tom that if you can come to Broadway, what show would you like to do there?
Oh,
I'm sure you're
well,
familiar with
yeah.
Broadway, New York, right?
I don't know what's on now. I like Cats. I've never seen a West End show. I'd always loved to. Like, obviously, we've got the West End in the UK, but I've never actually seen a West End show. I'd love to see something like Cats.
Yeah, they just
I've always want like, oh my gosh, I'd love to be able to sing like that.
yeah they just ended a run of Cats not too long ago. I think
Well, Jesus Christ Superstar as well.
that one was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I am not very familiar with theater or anything like
Phantom
that.
of the Opera as well. It's like there's loads. Like I think as a child, I always wanted to go and see one at the West End. I've never been. I've never. It's
I've ne-
mad, isn't it?
I've never been either. I would like to go to a show sometime. I've gone to a couple of plays
Yeah.
uh, in fact, the last one that I've actually been to was a musical, and it was the one that Stephen King and John Mellencamp had put together called Darkland Brothers, uh, Ghost Brothers of Darkland County, and
Wow.
that was 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and it actually came to my city. Uh, this is Stephen King. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to my local theatre quite a lot. I was in Nottingham Youth Theatre, and that
This is
kind of ran alongside Nottingham Playhouse. Oh,
Kate
Les
is
Miserables,
actually
yeah.
from England, so she would know a lot about what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd love to see Les Miserables. Yeah, I think we tried to sing one of their songs, but didn't kind of work.
I can't even say the title, let alone try to say anything else in that one.
Yeah, Les Miserables.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I,
I
keep
would love
wanting
to
to
see
say
that.
"lay miserable," but I knew that was not the correct
No,
pronunciation.
maybe I need to do that. You know, I think I've only been to London about 3 or 4 times. I've been to football to London about 5 times, to
Oh, you
Wembley, but
don't
not
live,
really around the centre of London.
you don't live in London?
No,
Okay,
so quite a way out.
all right.
So
Now Tom brings up something called the play that goes wrong.
yeah, in fact, that's probably the last play that I saw, the play that goes wrong. And we could identify with a lot of it. It's just, you know,
Well, here's the thing:
it's
nothing
brilliant.
ever goes perfect. Something is going to go wrong, no matter
Well,
what it
each
is.
performance is different every night. You know, it really is. Like, oh, the last performance on a Saturday night, the people on lighting, they play tricks on us. We play tricks on each other.
I was going to ask you if you guys ever tried to flub each other up or not.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, so in this character, I had to take a newspaper on stage. So on the first night, I forgot it. So the pantomime dame said to me, "You forgot your paper, haven't you?" You know what I mean? Yeah. Right, right in front of the audience, you haven't brought your paper. No. And then, like, the last night, what I did was cut a gap in the paper. So I put my face to read the paper, and you could see my face through it to try and put him off.
If I ever get out that way, at that particular time, I would definitely like to come out and see one of your shows.
Oh, yeah. Also, on the last night, oh gosh, it's like glitter. You know, somebody was in the wings throwing glitter, so it was a fairy.
Yeah.
One of the sisters, what is it? One of the witches, she walked through fairy dust. There's someone through this glitter, but like it wasn't a little bit, so I nearly choked because there's so much of it. And then like we're using some water in this one, a super soaker. So you can imagine on a Saturday night what's going to happen. It was like the last one we're in on Sunday. On the last performance was due to go on stage, and there's two characters who were like the comedy element, and they were like walking across stage towards me, and they needed to get close to me. Then I was due to fall over them. The thing is, the stage was that wet, they actually slipped over each other before they actually reached me. So then I had to like fall over them.
Wow.
Which I was like miles away from where I should be. So yeah.
Have any of you guys ever, like when you were talking about you're saying the wrong line, so it kind of throws you off. Does anybody ever try to incorporate a line from a previous show, a previous script, and throw it in here to see if I wonder if this person's going to catch that?
Probably not. But there's a lot of lines in there which shouldn't be in the script. They just kind of appear. Things change. It's brilliant. Yeah. Oh, that was my friend's. He had birthday party, and it was clowns. The circus. That was it. So yeah, but being a theatre group, we sort of used to dress up a lot. So whenever it was someone's birthday, we used to go around Nottingham all dressed up. Or this was actually where we used to do the play. That was in the pub.
Okay, I'm thinking Alice in Wonderland when I see your outfit here. I keep thinking Alice in Wonderland.
It's just a jester
Okay.
to go with the circus theme. Oh, okay, right, yeah. So that was used for a publicity shot. That was. So one of the members of the group actually wrote a play called Rehab, and yeah, it was interesting. It worked well. That was one of the June shows, so we do have trouble what to choose for a June show because we do love a panto, and then just trying to find something what fits like who's available in June, because you find that not as many people are around in June either. Because everyone kind of wants to do the panto, but in between it's not always available.
I find it funny how this lady here is the only one that's got the different colored hair, where everybody else is all straight, and she's got red, pink,
purple. And purple. Yeah, that is her hair. Yeah. So she's
legitimate hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's the one who played the sidekick on that comedy one I showed you.
Okay.
Yeah, she was my partner on that. So she's quite tiny, and yeah, she got pushed about a bit.
Wow.
Oh, so this was the last panto then, where I was playing a night circumference. So when I walked, the sound person made some rather strange noises when I walked. So on the last night, all of a sudden, every time I walked, there's this weird noise came. Sort of a farting sound every time I walked. So that's what the sound did. Sound people did with that one.
It sort of looks like somebody caught you by surprise because all four of you have got different facial expressions, but you look like you're shocked by something.
No, he was that character.
Okay.
He was a bit yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear. That wig. Yeah. Now that that the guy there, that was his first ever panto, and it was Peter Pan. And it's Mr. and Mrs. Darling. And that wig, my God. Oh dear.
You didn't like that wig?
Well no, it's it's sort of thing you expect to walk across the stage on its own, really. You just expect it to get legs, and that's just us, you know. I think we went to the park that day, and then afterwards we went and had a drink. But you know, you do get the theatre side, then you get the social side as well.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to show like it is a family, you know. Of that was just one person not in the group anymore. He's now sort of moved on, and that's it. You do move on with your life, don't you? Yeah, this was what was that? I think we'd done. Yeah, I think that was we'd done the Halloween maze again.
You look like you're up to no good in this one.
I look like I'm hammered, to be fair.
Yeah, you got that cheesy little grin right here.
Yeah, hiding behind my gin. Yeah, my friend
Wow.
didn't look well either, does she? Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one here is the one I was asking you about before.
Yeah. So the lady with the pink and purple hair, she launched a book, and she decided to have a book launch stroke birthday party. And it's Fire and Ice, and I couldn't work out what to do as a costume. Because Fire and Ice to me is not for a costume. I just couldn't get anything. And I saw a unicorn at the same time as my best mate saw a dragon, which is an inflatable dragon. So we went to the party, we just walked through the door and we galloped in. It's so funny. The woman's party it was. It's like she got this beautiful dress on, and there we were galloping in on a dragon and a unicorn.
Doesn't that make it difficult to walk, or when you stand up, its head goes lower?
It was hard to keep the hair in it, to be fair. Yeah, we didn't wear it all night.
Wow.
But yeah. So that was recent. So we went to a residential home, and we just did a few songs for them to cheer them up. So the outfit I was wearing there, I was actually I auditioned. There's a bit of a Arts Council grant, and they wanted 3 people to do monologue. That's it. So I had a 15-minute monologue to learn in 8 weeks. And it's basically about 3 women who lived in a certain house, one in the 1940s, one in the 1960s, and one in the 1980s. And they all lived in the same house, but in different years. And I portrayed the lady who lived there in the 1960s. And it was actually the author of the piece. So yeah, for 15 minutes I did a monologue at a museum in Ilkeston in front of the mayor and everything. And the yeah, a lot of the dignitaries of the council and other guests.
So I gotta ask, what's the deal with this guy right here? He looks like he's in Florida, wearing long pants and sandals.
Yeah, we just wanted something bright for the residents of the care home, really.
Wow.
So it's just, it's just to cheer them up. A lot of them have got Alzheimer's or dementia. So we just went in, we sung a few songs, they joined in. Like this one, oh no, I think he's just passed away, one of them. He was really loving it. Yeah. And like you walk in and they're like looking at you, but by the end of it, they're kind of joining in as much
Uh-huh.
as they can. And even like the ones who had trouble walking, there's one trying to walk on a Zimmer frame to try and dance with us, to some degree. And the difference between when we walked in to when we left, and it gives them something to talk about, doesn't it? So we're going back to the same place in second week of December.
Okay.
Just
Well,
an hour, but they love it.
that's when you know you're doing something right, when the audience is jumping up and dancing with you and joining
Yeah,
you. That you know you're doing something right when that happens.
but we're just doing stuff for the community. It makes their day, doesn't it? It changes it. So
It's amazing how, even just something like this, how it really helps the community's morals.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really loved it, and I think now we've been 3 times already. We're going back again soon, and it's something for the staff and the families to talk about, isn't it? Because
Right.
when they're in a residential home, it's the same thing every day, isn't it? So it just gives something different.
It's almost like it you can consider this sort of like a community service that you're providing.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that's it.
it's uplifting for the community. So
Yeah,
all in
they
all,
really enjoyed it.
yeah.
Yeah. This was.
I can see Halloween up here.
Yeah, it's just I think it was just at someone's house. Yeah, just a
This looks
party.
realistic.
Yeah. No, he does good makeup. He's got the same outfit as like virtually one I wore. It's his though. But yeah, so we just we meet, we have our Halloween parties, and yeah, we have a lot of laughs as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was when we acted in the Halloween maze.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
recognize that red hair from that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we were in the Halloween maze, I think, that time. I think I was in a coffin. Yeah, I was in a coffin and I had to jump out at people. That's all good.
I think this is the one who was in the picture with you in that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this was the last part I played. Circumference, it's that night again. So yeah. That was that. Oh, yeah, this was the police one. Yeah. So this is quite funny because there's a bit where there's a coffin and one of the characters actually gets into the coffin and he's supposed to be dead, basically. So I go on stage and there's a couple of others on stage and we're waiting for somebody else to go on stage and we didn't turn up. So it was their line, their queue and everything. We didn't show up. So I was walking around the coffin, just tapping on it, going, "Oh, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's definitely dead." The two other characters on the stage looked at me, gone out, thinking, "What the hell's she doing? That's not her line." Not realizing that the other person hadn't come on.
Oh, boy.
So you're just trying to feel special until she actually realised it. Because if you're on stage and you've got people watching you, you can't really go, "Oh, get Sharon for us," can you?
Now, what was anybody actually in the coffin?
Yeah, yeah, there were.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it'd be funny as hell if there you weren't expecting somebody to be there, and you start doing that, and somebody either knocks back
Yeah,
at
that would
you
have been
or
good. Yeah.
who's open, you start screaming, ah.
Yeah. The audience saw him get in and stuff, and then, going, "Are you sure he's dead?" But yeah, it was funny, that was. Yeah, once again, it's that Cadget and Baggett character. The joke. Look, she's got the pink and purple hair again there.
I just love these old police hats.
Yeah,
I don't see those anymore.
yeah.
Uh,
It's,
best friend.
it's kind of traditional, kind of what you wear. You're not allowed to. Yeah, it's all like old thing, isn't it? It's older. You've got Scrooge, so that goes back quite a long time, doesn't it? So yeah, the pantos aren't generally set in modern day, are they?
Kate. I'm getting people mixed up. I know a lot of Kates. I know a lot of Katies. The city she lived in the UK had a theater that was said to be haunted or cursed. Every night, someone either fell off the stage or hurt themselves while performing. And a lot of the performers were very superstitious. Have you ever run across anything like that?
No, we haven't really been in theatre. I was in a theatre, but I don't know. Like, there's a certain play in the UK which you can't mention the name of, and there's a Shakespeare play called Macbeth. So if you mention that, then you get bad luck.
Mhm.
And also, you have to say to people, you don't wish people good luck. You don't do that because it's bad luck to do that. You say break a leg. So there are certain things, like customs within the sort of theatres. And you can imagine that a lot of the theatres have energy, don't they? And I think they're very active, sort of spiritually.
Oh, I'm sure there's actually a lot of theaters around here that are said to be haunted.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of them. Didn't really get much of anything. Uh, but the
See, you've
story.
got the energy, you've got the emotion, you've got the people there, haven't you? And things like that. You don't know what emotions they've taken with them on the day, and
Mhm.
you know, the actors on stage have got their lives, and yeah, I think they're a great place to investigate.
It also makes me think of Phantom of the Opera.
Oh wow, yeah, that's cool.
uh,
I would
there's
like to see that.
there is a theater out there. Um, I don't know if it's in England or not, but it's something that no, it's France. That's what I'm thinking of, France, because Nick had done a show on that. In fact, he did. I think it was a Halloween special. Um, I forget the details of it. It was supposed to have been the most grisly act that happened out there. Somebody got
Wow.
killed, something like that. I'm trying to remember the details of it. I just remember it was said to have been a very, very active theater because something really, really bad happened out there. I can't remember the details. I wish Nick was on here. He'd be able
Oh,
to
bless you, yeah.
explain a little bit, but I want to say it's in France. Um,
You've got
not
the you've got a stereotypical like Columbo, where he goes into a theatre and something has dropped from the lighting onto somebody and killed them on stage. You get a lot of scenarios in plays like that, don't you? The old murder mysteries.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
where the rope's cut, or somebody uses a pistol, but it wasn't it was a real one, not not the fake one.
Oh
You
boy.
got to the old sort of plays were written about things like that, weren't they?
we actually just had a movie. I don't, it hasn't been released yet. A couple years ago, where they were doing a rehearsal for a movie, and guy had a gun, and
Gosh, yeah.
the way that it was set is that he's pointing the gun towards the camera,
That's
and
shocking.
ended
Yeah.
up being loaded, and it killed the cinematographer.
Yeah, that's that he was charged for it as well, wasn't he?
He They were charging him, and then they dropped it, and now there's a story going around saying that new evidence has come into play. Now we may end up charging him again. I don't think they know what to do with the whole situation.
Well, that's it because it's not like you don't think it's loaded. You've got a prop.
Yeah,
Y- you
and
know,
it's
it,
not the first time that that's happened before either. When they were filming The Crow back
yes,
in the early '90s, Brandon Lee.
yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah,
these things happen.
yeah,
I'm just glad stuff like that doesn't happen during a live play. That would be really bad,
yeah,
traumatic for everybody in the audience. Oh, I'll never go to another play again.
yeah. That's it. You just
Uh,
never know, do you?
oh boy, Kate, what did you put down here? The fact that Mozart hated one of the famous vocal sopranos of his time, so he wrote.
So she had to sing super high notes, followed by super low notes. Oh no! And then look like a chicken. Yeah, that's funny.
Interesting. I'd never heard of that before, but okay.
Yeah. There's a character in the play who's got to walk around like a chicken in the panto.
And I bet you she got a standing ovation for that too, because she was able to go back and forth like that. So he may have been mischievous, but sure, I'll bet it backfired on him when she got a standing O.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because she'll put her heart and soul into it. Whether because if you're acting, you just go for it. You have to.
I'm gonna have to look that up. See if maybe there's a video of somebody actually performing that
Yeah, that'd be cool.
aria, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Well, Jacqueline, we're coming up almost an hour on the show, and I know that we said that we would keep it short, about an hour, because we both have something to do afterward.
Yeah.
You got to get up early in the morning, and it's all
Well, it's 2 a.m. I should be at the storage place at 8 a.m. I won't make it, I know that much. I'll be at the school about 10 a.m. But then we've got to build the set at the school. We've got to put it on stage, build it, sort it out, get it ready, finish bits off, and then we'll have to do finish it off on Sunday and then do full tech rehearsal on Sunday.
and then you got something else tomorrow night as well.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that. I've got a ghost hunt. Yeah. So I'm going to a haunted museum in Nottingham. So I live in Nottingham anyway. So yeah, that'll finish at 2 a.m.
Yeah, so you got a busy weekend ahead of you.
Yeah, and then back to work on Monday. Work Monday, Tuesday, rehearsals Monday and Tuesday night. So yeah, not
Wow,
much time for sleep. Hey ho.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, once you get on this panto roller coaster, the time just goes really quickly. Um,
That
yeah,
it does.
and adrenaline keeps you going. Obviously, you might be tired, but as soon as you get on that stage, you've got audience and you've got audience to play to, and you know,
And I can just about imagine that when you get up there on stage, all of this adrenaline all just comes over you, and
yeah,
you're ready to go for hours and hours.
It's fun. It is fun, yeah. Yeah, it's just brilliant, if you get the kids responding, if you get a character come on and start booing and, you know, if the audience have been before, they're sort of used to the group, you get some regulars coming or you've got the family, the people on the, who's, so they know us because they've seen us so many times, so they'll just, you know,
Do
have a
you
laugh
ever
and everything.
do you ever film these performances and put them online afterwards?
They are filmed. Um, there might be one on their line somewhere. Um,
Oh,
there might be. Yeah,
if
I
I
could.
if I
I don't. I don't know.
I definitely
Um,
in to see how it is to see that chemistry that you have with
yeah,
the rest of the staff or crew.
yeah. Well, yeah. We always do film them, and they were burnt onto CDs at one stage. I don't even know if I've got. I must have a copy somewhere. I know one went up to YouTube, but I think it's just private. But I don't know if there's something prior to that on YouTube. I
Yeah,
have to have a look. But yeah,
that'd be awesome. And
yeah.
seeing you guys trying to flub each other up during your shows, that would
Well,
just
it's the Saturday night one, yeah. Because by then, it's just yeah, it's the last night, and
you got to have fun.
yeah, it's like there's this little chicken thing. There's this little plastic chicken, and that usually makes an appearance somewhere. So you wonder where that's going to appear, and there's various things. Like we rehearse in a church hall, so where we rehearse, it's right under a massive church.
Hmm.
The UK ones with the pointy spiral and all that. Well, we're underneath it and rehearse, which yeah, some people who used to be in the group used to see shadows. So it's got a balcony around it, and people used to see shadows. I haven't seen anything, but I've
Interesting.
had something happen before there, which is cool. But yeah, so people are just grabbing things out the rehearsal room because we're not going back there now until after we've done it because we're moving into a school tomorrow.
All right.
And then school's open during the day, but we just have to like move things. Well, school's open Monday and through the week, but we just have to move everything back to the back of the stage.
Well,
Um,
Jacqueline,
cheers.
well, I'm gonna have to have you come back onto the show again sometime,
Oh,
um,
bless you.
next year maybe, and maybe even talk about some of the haunted theaters.
Hmm.
I know you got plenty of them out there.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, I did. I did do an investigation. I actually took my mum and dad with me. They both passed, and it's really strange. There's a medium on the stage, so the team had a medium, and when they did the introduction to the event, they sort of said, "Oh, you've got your mum alongside you." I said, "Yeah, I'm aware because I knew she'd travelled with me in the car." But then they said, "Oh, there's a guy in a wheelchair behind you," and I didn't get it because my dad was only in a wheelchair maybe for the last 2 weeks of his life. 2, 3. So I didn't remember him being in a wheelchair because that wasn't the norm. And
Right.
yeah, my dad was behind me, so my mum and dad turned up at a ghost hunt. They were in spirit, and the medium saw them around me in an auditorium at a theatre. So yeah, it's cool. But yeah.
All right. Well, Jacqueline, thank you so much for being on the show
Oh,
and for
cheers.
staying up
Thanks.
late to be on the show.
Thanks for the invite. I am a night person. It's mornings where I'm not very good.
I'm the
That's
same way. I don't do mornings.
yeah, I did start work at 8 a.m. this morning.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I know. But I work from home, so I just get up and yeah, start work. It's I go into work once a week now, and it's hard work.
Okay, looks like Kate has sent me the link for what she was
Oh,
talking with that high-low
Oh,
thing.
yeah, I have to watch that.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I will check that out later tonight. As soon as we get off here, I actually have to leave the house and go do a little bit of late night shopping.
And I need to try and get sleep. I haven't had much sleep the last 2 nights, so
uh,
it's not a good preparation, is it, for the
no,
weekend?
you're not
Hey,
gonna get much sleep tonight and probably tomorrow night.
no. So I'll try and sleep in between going out tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Got to be out for
Well,
the invest about 6:30. So yeah, I'm not going to have much time.
I won't hold you up any longer. I'll let you go ahead and get off of here.
Bless you. But thanks so much anyway. It's been brilliant.
Get yourself a little nap. Thank you so much for being on the show. It has been a privilege and a pleasure.
Well, bless you. Thank you for the invite.
Next week, we are going to have Scott Wilson on the show,
Oh,
and we're going to be talking about serial killers. So
Scott's cool.
that's going to be fun. Meanwhile, everybody out there, thank you for playing along. It's been a great show. And next, everybody have a. Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving over there?
No. I saw that you were having holidays, but I didn't realize which one it was. No, we don't
Yeah.
do Thanksgiving.
Next year we have next week we have Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So
Oh, wow.
so
We have Black Friday coming, if it wasn't today. They've started doing Black Friday, but it's advertised everywhere, so I didn't know if it's today or I don't know.
yeah, we have Black Friday and then Cyber Monday.
Yeah, it's just like they just start our Black Friday now, so it's just like forever. So they call it Black Friday, so they reduce the prices and you can get it now,
Yeah.
even if it is next week.
All right, everybody. Have a very happy and safe Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Be safe out there. I know eventually the weather's going to start really turning, and that's coming up soon. So
Bless you.
enjoy your week, Jacqueline. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you for being along. Everybody out there, see you next week.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.